Hi, I'm Paul from QR4rigs, and I'd just like to take you through the principles of our quick release system, our quick release mounts for either side mount or forward table mount or even centre mount. The principles are all the same, and even on the foot plates the principles are all the same. So I thought I'd just show you a side mount just to give you an idea of the principle of the quick release system. So I'm using the QRPro base quick release plate. Now QRPro is ideally suited for side mounting peripherals such as joysticks, throttle, quadrants like the Warthog throttle quadrants, like a gear stick, so the Fanatec gear stick, or other gear sticks, you know, the TH8A, or other throttle quadrants like the Logitech throttle quadrant, and they can go either side of the seat. That's the ideal positioning for them. So what you get in the kit? Well, with all base mounts you get the base mount itself with a QR lever. It comes as standard in red. You can choose another colour at checkout if you want. If you've got pink accents or blue accents on your rig and you want those, then you can choose a different colour for the quick release lever. You get a card with a QR code on, and that QR code, when you click on it, will actually take you to a page with a drilling template. Some of them are marked as 1:1 scale, so you can print them out and use them directly. Others are just for guidance because obviously they're, well, not obviously, but they're too big or the wrong size and shape to fit on an A4 sheet of paper, which most people will be able to print. A3, not so many people have A3 printers. So you get this guidance template, if you like, drilling template. You can either use that or you can use the holes to mark it out on the plate itself. Now you'll notice on this picture that there are 8 holes on this base mount, and that's true of the QR Max and QR Max Ultra. They have alternative mounting points, so you can use 2 forward and 2 aft. Or you can use opposite corners if you've got lightweight peripherals, but I would always suggest using 4 mounting points. So how does it work? Well, I haven't finished the kit yet. You get your mounting screws. These go into the mounting holes to help mount to your rig. You might need longer screws than this, but these will go through this quite adequately. There's enough on there to go through 3 or 5mm plates and a washer and a nut, a nylock nut as well, so that they don't come undone. Often rigs have motion or butt kickers on, and which are subject to vibration. So that's the card, that's your fixings. Let me show you a plate and how the principle of it all works. So what I've got here, let's move those out of the way. What I've got here is a QRPro Thrustmaster Warthog Joy quick release plate. Now the joystick would fit on these 4 holes, and this plate would be placed front to back. So if the rear of the rig was here and the fore of the rig was here, this would be placed on the side of the rig, so with a chair on either side, or this either side of the chair. And basically you open the lever slightly, it's got slots here which dovetail into these guides, and you literally just put it on and push it up and click it into place. When they get a little bit more worn, these will just click. As soon as you push down, they click into place, and it holds very firm. We've not had any problems with any of the testing we've done so far with friends and family and a few other people across the pond. We're based in the UK, but a few people across the pond have tested these, and they're quite happy with the system. And then to release, you just literally open this out. I'm holding it because it's I can see, as you can probably see, it's probably easier to do, and that releases it off the plate, and then you move it this way to take it off with your controller. So that's all well and good. That's the principle of everything with our QR system. It's as simple as that. It just goes on, clicks into place, Make sure you fully click it just to hold it in, and it comes off. And there you go. So how do you fix them to your rig? Where do you fix them to your rig? So as I've said, these particular ones, the QRPro, fit to either side, or they're designed to fit to either side of your rig. So you might want, let's say, I don't know, a joystick. So you could fit a joystick to one of these plates. This plate is actually for this joystick, using the 4 holes. I've taken the big base off this. This is a this is a Thrustmaster F18 joystick from the Warthog series. And when you take the base off, there's 4 screws that come out, and basically they won't fit. They'll be too short to fit with the QRPro joystick plate. But you basically fit this like that way around to those 4 holes, using the screws that come with it. There we go. And you get the screws with it in the kit, and this comes in the bag. And they're a bit longer than the ones that you get with the actual joystick themselves, and you get a QR code which shows you basically what to do to take the base off, and what have you. So I could fit this to this. In fact, I probably will, just to show you. So if you understand already, that's probably all you need to see. But if you want to see this fitted, then let's do that. And that's the plate fitted to the joystick. So joystick will go on. Remember, the opening side is towards the front of the joystick, but it goes onto the QR plate. As simple as that. You don't want the USB cord in the way, obviously. And there you go, it started snapping in place already. So, and it slides off just like that. Once it's on, it's very solid. Very solid indeed. There's no movement there that, you know, you can't move these plates aside. Over time though, you might get a little bit of wear on the plastic, because it is plastic after all, and it's 3D printed, so there'll be lines. So what you do, if you get it a little bit too loose, is you get the correct size Allen key, and you'll just tighten these up by 1/16 of a turn. That's all it needs, and you'll find that actually that's made a big difference to the actual tightness of the plate and the QR plate. And a bit more time might go by. You might want to loosen them off and just put a bit of pressure towards the centres, so towards the centre guide, and tighten them back up, just to provide that little bit of extra tightness if you need it. If they are too tight, if you've taken these off, which you will have to do to get to the alternative mounting points, there's one under here, there's one here, these 2 are exposed. If you've taken them off, then you'll need to put them back on fairly central. But they might be too tight. You might have put them back on too tight. Just loosen them off a little bit, move it out a little bit, tighten it back up. They don't need to be over tightened, just to the pinch. That's all that's needed. And because of the way they're designed, that's with the clearances and what have you, that will work absolutely spot on for quick releasing the joystick. Now of course, it's right just being able to take your joystick off. You probably want to have something else. Maybe a gear stick on the same side. Maybe you want to use a gear stick on the same quick release. You want that to slide off and on. Well, you know, that's all right, because we've got other kits. We've got another kit here. Just put that over there. Another kit here, which is basically an adapter plate and a quick release plate to go onto this particular Fanatec gear stick. And what you do with this, and there are the instructions on the website, the long screws are for the 4 holes here. That fits onto it's like the adapter plate that goes onto the gear lever itself, and the short screws fit the adapter plate with the gaps going forwards onto the quick release plate. So we've got the quick release plate attached to the adapter plate, which then will be able to quick release backwards and forwards off the base, just like so. It's a bit awkward because this is quite heavy, difficult to show. So you'll be able to swap between your gear stick and your joystick whenever you want to swap between flight and driving, just like that. So there we have it, the Quick Release Pro, but you know, it's the same principle for the Quick QR Max, for the table mounts, for swapping a wheel over. The wheel mounts are made of PETG, which can withstand higher temperatures, and this is made out of PLA. They are bigger, and if you want to swap between a wheelbase and a yoke, then you can do that just by using the QR Max quick release system, which is exactly the same as this, except bigger and stronger. The screws for the guides go into nuts on the QR Max, because obviously with wheels they have high torque, so 8 Newton meters, 27 Newton meters, 20 Newton meters, 15 Newton meters, so it's all high torque. The QR Max has been tested at 27 Newton meters with the Fanatec DD2, and that's holding up really strong. So we're quite pleased about that. It's the same principle as the quick release foot plates, except they're much smaller, and there's one in each corner, or one in the centre at the front for the crosswinds. Yeah, if you've got any questions, leave a comment in the video, or contact us at support@QR4rigs.com. That's QR, the number 4, rigs.com. Okay, so we've got the QRPro base mount attached now to the rig, to the side of the rig. It's on the right hand side of the rig, as you can see. I've used the alternative mounting points, as mentioned earlier. Use the outside ones. I removed these guides to get to them, and yeah, so this is the joystick we mounted up earlier, so I'm just going to show you in place. There we go, one joystick. Now it's a motion rig, so you can see the rig moving, but yeah, the actual QR plate is as solid as a rock. So we decided we want to go for a quick drive in a left-hand drive car. You just pop the gear stick on. Simple as that. And that applies really for pedals that you can see down there. They're the MFG crosswinds. They're mounted on what we call the X3 QR Min base mount, which is one central forward mount with 2 levers and 2 rear hooks. It keeps it nice and solid, and we can swap those out for pedals at any time. You can see now, I mean, I've done it 2 or 3 times, and it clips in lovely and pops off easy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.